our camera. And before, well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Heat. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Orlando. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And right now for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, if they're a stock, I'm buying. They faced down every challenge in front of them this season and have turned into a team that has to be considered a major playoff threat.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. And for Miami, they've got Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. And in tonight's game, pride definitely brought at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? Kind of took care of it.
Here's Adebayo. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Clock at 6. Nunn passes to Jones. Miami needs to get a shot off. Nunn can't get it to fall.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Here's Robinson. From the high post, he drills it. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Augustine. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Here's Nunn, headed by Augustine, and stolen by Gordon. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Fournier. And again, it's Orlando converting.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Heat trail by 7.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
He just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers. Now here is Augustine. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Heat now. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Robinson against Fournier. Pass to Jones. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Augustine looking around. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Adebayo. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Magic leading by 5. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Gordon from outside. Unable to get that one. And it's Miami the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And slam dunk by Butler.
Just great intensity there. Butler just doesn't settle for simple finishes off the drive. He is trying to make a statement.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. A different look for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Butler. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Khem Birch comes in for Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Evan Fournier. To the inside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Carter Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Hero passes to Olynyk. Here's Hero. Back to Olynyk. Pass to Dragic. And Olynyk kicks to Dragic. Here's Hero. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Orlando, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way.
Basketball, that's that.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remains so devoted to the game.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Jay Crowder. Dragic is out there with Hero. And there's Iguodala. And it's Olynyk in at the 5. That's the group on the 4 for Miami. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Dragic finds Iguodala. The kick out to Crowder. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. Crowder's got 5.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Got a hand on it. Here's Bamba. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. That one on Olynyk. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
The Heat making a switch here. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support it.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Yeah, and that's 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Bam Adebayo comes in for Olynyk, and it's Butler in for Andre Iguodala. Then for the Magic, Vucevic, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Aaron Gordon comes in for Khem Birch. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fultz, no good. The Heat trail by 13. Here's Silva. Gets a very good look and converts. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
And like whenever Butler slices to the basket, the D has a hard time matching his athleticism on these takes.
Vucevic. Here's Ross. And it's Miami with the rebound. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Magic leading by 9. And with the summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Possessing the length and explosiveness to do just that, Leonard looks good when he's taking it hard to the rack.
For the Magic, James Ennis comes in for Terrence Ross, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. The free throw drops for Leonard. Orlando, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Ennis. No good from outside. The Heat have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. And that one falls for Robinson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Now here is Augustine. He's tightly guarded. Fournier gets a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Fournier's got 8 points.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And again, it's the Heat missing. Magic leading by 9. Ennis passes to Vucevic. Fournier for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Things were going Orlando's way from the beginning. Amped up and ready off the tip. That's all for now. Say good.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Here's Nunn. He can't get that one to fall. The Magic go the other way with it. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And Ennis slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Robinson for 3. Fournier pulls it down. Orlando leading by 12. From deep. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Gordon kicks to Ennis. Back to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Augustine. And a missed layup. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Crowder comes in for Jones. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. The Magic also changing it up. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Fournier the bounce pass. Iguodala with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Now here's Olynyk. Tight defense on him. Here's Hero. And he banks in the layup. Hero's got his first bucket in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Bamba dishes to Carter Williams. And there's the pass to Birch. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Heat moving the ball around. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Iguodala. Back to Ennis. Iguodala with the steal. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. Pull-up jumper. Nunn controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nunn's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Heat.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Both teams will make substitutions. For Miami, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Such a wide open look. He's got 7.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. The Heat trail by 8. Passes it to Hero. The dish to Leonard. Outside Crowder. Here's Hero. Offensive rebound.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Cross on the wing. Pass to Gordon. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Butler comes in for Jay Crowder. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for Miami. They trail by 9 points. Takes a shot at the elbow, and another basket for Miami.
Yeah, Dragic is a solid shooter, especially from the mid-range area on the floor.
To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Here's Gordon. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's Hero. Orlando grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes the first. And so he hits both. 12 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Butler. Over Fultz. Misses the step-back jump shot. And so it's Orlando. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Robinson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Robinson passes to Dragic. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Heat making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. And a change for the Magic. James Ennis, he'll check in for Markelle Fultz. Gordon dishes to Ross. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Three-pointer, Butler. The shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. That's tipped. Pass to Augustine. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Jones, no luck. Magic leading by 17. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Evan Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Robinson pulls it in, and the call will be against Fournier. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Orlando leading by 15. Gordon goes in. That's in. Augustine with the assist. 9 points for Aaron Gordon.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Here's Ennis. Back to Augustine. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Orlando.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Aaron Gordon.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Augustine with it. Gordon up on top. There's the three. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Leonard against Frazier. Iguodala, the pass to Leonard. Dragic kicks to Iguodala. They get it back.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And the three ball is good.
Becoming dominant in the catch and shoot, Leonard has really polished up the mechanics on that jump shot.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Carter Williams, the pass to Clark. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. And the Magic lead by 10.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this one.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at Orlando. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out Chicago, just a few spots below there.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard position. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. And good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
Now, here's Fournier. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. Traps in the tray. Vucevic has got 5.
What a nice-looking jump shot by Nikola Vucevic. So much went into his all-star appearance, but shooting a big part of it.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim. Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
3 on 3. From deep three-point range, it's all in by the Bulls.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
Well, Vucevic showing a willingness to work on the defensive end. That's nice. Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Here's Ennis. And the shot is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
White looking around. Shoots from 12. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
White against Augustine. Knocked loose. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. White's running. And White with the stuff.
And you can argue this is White at his best. Just an absolute terror in transition. And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Porter kicks to Levine. Drills it from outside. Levine's got 5 points so far.
Well, Zach Levine's athleticism and high release point make it very...
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below! Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast.
Levine against Fournier. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Let's take a look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. These guys have been grabbing rebounds and bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. 5th, Nikola Vucevic.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Saransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Dunn in for White. Now, here's Dunn. Misses the layup. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Fultz. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Bulls trail by 9. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Levine. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Now think back to the 2014 NBA draft, the 13th pick overall. Zach LaVine goes out and gives an epic performance in the 2016 dunk contest.
Carter Williams dishes to Ross. Pass to Birch. And here's Fultz, the 17-footer. And no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And so it's Orlando, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Fultz. He's out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Terrence Ross is out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4 slot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me in the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Here's Dunn. The shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, obviously a rough start to the career of #1 pick Markelle Fultz. The shoulder injury sort of takes away his shooting ability when the Sixers trade him away. You're rooting for this young man to get back to his game.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. And Young slams it home.
Boy, how about the strength by Thaddeus Young on that dunk? My goodness gracious.
Carter Williams. Chicago grabs the miss. And some have said, Doris, for Fultz, not just physical issues dogging him early on.
Well, I think you have to consider, Kevin, when you are the #1 overall pick, extraordinary pressure comes with that. So now with a new team, perhaps that fresh start gives Markelle Fultz an opportunity to showcase his big-time talent.
This one for 3. The Bulls keep it alive. Young on the follow.
The prototypical, I will do every piece of dirty work you have. Thad Young doing a nice job taking it off the window and scoring.
At the elbow, it's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Hutchison. No good on the 3. And it's Carter Williams with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They lead by 4. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Bamba. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Hutchison, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
No question. Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Valentine, that's for 2. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ross passes to Fournier. Oh, good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out to the right wing. Here's Valentine. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Fournier pass to Gordon. From 15 feet away, the shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Harrison. The Magic have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to Vucevic. Goes up the baseline. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. 58 seconds left in the first half of the game. Harrison kicks to White. Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan to turn that shot away.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
White the pass to Hutchison. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Harrison. And another shot. And he lays it up and in.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Augustine against White. And the pass to Vucevic. From deep. He can't get that one. And a close game so far to the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent, out in front at the half is Orlando. They are leading by 4. Kenny, some perspective, please. I was... And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Markkanen, good.
Have to give Markkanen credit there. Great job absorbing the hit on the shot. When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Gordon. And they're pushing it up. Fournier gets a wide open look. Chicago grabs the miss.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Augustine against White. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Augustine looking around. Passes it to Gordon. Fires for three. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And the shot goes in. Ennis has got his second bucket tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Levine. And the call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. I'm surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Well, think back to the 2017 draft, guys. Some were surprised to see Markelle Fultz be the first pick. And when you think back on that draft, there's certainly a lot of what-ifs.
Here's Vucevic. No good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. 12 points for Vucevic.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Just a great job picking his spots, where to be aggressive. Levine drawing fouls at a higher rate these days.
And so Levine nails both of them.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Birch, the pass to Ennis. Back to Birch. Stolen by Markkanen. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Bulls trail by 6. Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Cornette. And there's the call on James Ennis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Luke Cornette. Harrison comes in for Porter. And Satoransky's subbed in for Levine. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for the Magic. Ross comes in for Michael Carter Williams. Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Fultz. All alone, and finished off by Fultz.
And the potential Fultz has on the defensive end is scary. A long, quick-thinking player who knows how to rip away those steals.
Left side, Markkanen. Dunn, left side. Pass to Harrison. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Good work there as it goes.
And you want to get a hand up on those mid-range shots from Markkanen. Very consistent from that area.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's the pass to Bamba. Here's Fultz. Baseline J on the way. And Bamba with the basket on the assist from Fultz. Bamba's got the lead up to 10 now for the Magic. Here's Markkanen. Plays it up and banks it in. Markkanen's got 6 here in this quarter.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, the D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
And so it's the Orlando Magic in the driver's seat. Up. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ross in at the small forward.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
My goodness, the soaring Thaddeus Young, such elevation on that alley-oop.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Oh, and the dunk by Young.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Magic leading by 4. For 3, Fournier. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Harrison. In the corner, Valentine with it. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Evan Fournier.
Well, Young is used to taking punishment. This guy is especially effective inside.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Satoransky. Drains it from beyond the arc. 16 points for Zach LaVine.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And again, Chicago running the court in transition. And a wide open look for Porter. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's Augustine, and it's Vucevic in the corner. It's stolen by Carter. In transition, here come the Bulls. Porter's running. Here's LaVine. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Tell you, feeling the contact and concentration to finish through it. Nice by LaVine.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I think the things that Aaron Gordon has added to his game, specifically that reliable three-point shot, is a really welcome sign. This guy has an incredible upside.
James Ennis, he'll check in for Orlando.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Carter kicks to White. Over Augustine. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. White's got the game tied up here for Chicago. Augustine against White. Right side, Gordon. Now here's Ennis. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
1:32 left in the fourth. From deep. The long distance three is buried. And now a three-point Chicago lead.
LaVine delivery in a big moment. What a game we've got.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Porter dishes to Markkanen. Yes, that goes in. Markkanen's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And it's Vucevic missing. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. LaVine wide open. That's in there. Carter with the assist. LaVine's got 15 points here in the second half.
Big shot with time winding down. Clutch move by LaVine.
Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
Fournier against LaVine. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Augustine. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Augustine in the clutch. DJ doing it.
And here's LaVine, who brings it up for the Bulls. Porter in the corner. Outside, LaVine. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Fournier for 3. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Augustine from outside misses the tray. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit.
We come to you tonight from the shores. We are near. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Sexton. Following the miss by Evan Fournier. And Love with his second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Fournier with the ball. Garland picks him up. The shot's good from Fournier. Clark, we have a big-time matchup with the big men down low tonight.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, you're going to see both teams double these guys because they're just too hard to handle. Otherwise, they'll have to do their work and make their decisions quickly.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Out to the wing. All alone. Up again.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Unloads. Here's Vucevic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
And Cleveland turns it over again. The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Fournier's shot is off.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Sexton the pass to Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Love kicks to Sexton. And the 3 off target. Pass to Fournier. And the rejection by Love.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Magic with the ball. Augustine dishes to Gordon. The Magic again can't hit. The Cavaliers shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Love the way Vucevic gets his puppies up and down when he runs the floor. Just looks like he wants to beat everybody to the basket.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. Ross is checked in for Orlando. Markelle Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. Love outside. Inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Now here's Gordon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. For the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Drummond. And it's Nance in for Kevin Love. The Magic also changing it up. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Fournier.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
Here's Ross. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Nance.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the...
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. They get it again. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
So it's the Cavaliers now. They trail by 1. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Birch, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Nance outside, feeds it to Thompson. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The Magic have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Nance with no one around. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
On the court for Orlando, Carter-Williams is out there with Fultz. And there's Mohamed Bamba. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4 slot. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Thompson with the bucket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Orlando leading by 5. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Sexton, he's checked in for Garland. Orlando also making some changes. Ennis, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And Thompson sends it back.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Porter against Augustine. And he gets the bucket.
Really good to see Augustine getting it done from there because it proves he's not just a jump shooter.
Passes to Windler. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. With the tip, Nance passes to Windler. Sexton. They get it back.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it. All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Osman's checked in.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. And again, it's Orlando converting. And stolen by Gordon. Knocked away. And they double up Gordon. Carter Williams dishes to Gordon. Back to Carter Williams. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Now the pass to Bamba. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Thompson. 10 points for Colin Sexton.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Drummond's checked in for Cleveland. Kevin Love comes in for Larry Nance. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. Fournier's checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Now here's Ross. A 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Fournier. In the corner, Drummond with it. He kicks it to Garland. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Ross passes to Fultz. Offline with his three. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Shot from the wing. And no good that time.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was... Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. It's good. Augustine's got 6.
You know, that's a main weapon in Augustine's offensive attack. I mean, he's very comfortable rising up from this area.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Pass to Sexton. It's Drummond, high post. Pass to Love. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Garland. Defended by Gordon. Garland with the bucket.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. It's a 5-point game. It's deflected.
You know, having a point guard who can block shots is a luxury. Sexton with terrific timing and reach on that one.
Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here's Osman. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Fournier. Sexton's shot is good.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Good D by Love.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Sexton's shot is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Left side, Fournier. Kicks it to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gordon. Cans the 12-footer. Gordon's got his first points of the night.
Boy, I like seeing Gordon work on that jump shot of his. He's going to need to knock it down consistently at his position to be one of the best in the league.
Out to the right wing. Love the pass to Garland. Over Augustine. Garland, no good. The Magic trail by 9.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
For 3, Fournier. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Fournier's got his second basket of the night.
That's Fournier's specialty. The long-distance bomb that really hand-ties defenses.
Garland, the pass to Love. He kicks it to Drummond. Now, here's Sexton. He feeds it to Love. Passes it to Osman. Releases. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Osman's got 6 points.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And it's Gordon missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ken Birch is checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis, and it's Fultz in for Augustine. Windler the pass to Nance. Here's Thompson. Rebound by the Magic. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Ross on the wing. Up in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Vucevic, and it's Birch in at the power forward. Ross kicks to Fultz. Hits the three-point bomb. Fultz has got it back down to single digits for Orlando.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
They're outside. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Ross for three. No good that time. And Cleveland will come the other way.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes. Guys.
All right, thank you, David. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Sexton kicks to Thompson. Offensive rebound. The pass to Windler. Here is Porter, guarded by Fultz. And here's Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. Didn't think that was going to go in. Sexton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer. And we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Fultz. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
To the right side. Back to Sexton. And Nance kicks to Porter. That three off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
A different look now for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for Nance. And it's Garland in for Colin Sexton. James Ennis will check in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Markelle Fultz. Pass to Ennis. Gordon with it. Pass to Augustine. Ross on the wing. Fires from deep. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. And now just a 5-point Cavalier lead.
Large from T. Ross, showing major confidence out there.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Windler. Now Thompson. It's stolen by Ennis. Deep two from Ross. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now just a 3-point Cleveland lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Orlando.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in the transition. You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shots in.
Garland, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. TJ Augustine picks one up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Fournier is checked in for the Magic. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Gordon, and the layup's good off the glass. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Poked loose and stolen by Fournier. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And really, come on now, that kind of drive is what you love about Fournier. No fear at all in terms of taking matters into his own hands.
Osman, the pass to Garland. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Now here is Augustine. D right on him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, no reason to really jump at that one, guys, but give credit to Augustine because he completely fooled the defender there.
Both free throws, good from Augustine.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The pass to Osman. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Drummond finds Sexton. Yes!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. It was up for grabs. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Look at the Heat, the advantage in one series. And checking out Orlando, sitting there 4 spots below.
And I think for the Magic, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Adebayo. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Outside Gordon. Yep, it counts. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Outside Butler. Launches it. Rebounded by Vucevic. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA. But don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Now here's Butler. Boy, he just disappeared against Charlotte, and they really needed him.
And it's all about positioning for Butler. Once he's deep inside the paint, there's no question he's going to finish that one.
Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
The Magic have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Gordon. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got 8. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for them here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now here's Ennis. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Augustine passes to Vucevic, and he makes that one.
And they've scored 7 times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Fournier. Outside Butler. Passes it to Nunn. The kick outside to Butler. Adebayo controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Orlando making some changes. Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Then for the Heat, Jay Crowder comes in for Jones, and Hero subbed in for Robinson. And the basket by Gordon. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession, that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And all of those guys, yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, we talked about their physical nature and stature. I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
Does not score for only the 2nd time in 7 shots this game. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Vucevic trying to get open. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 12 points in the game.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Feeds it to Crowder. Ross with the steal. For 3, Fournier. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2nd quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
They've got Terrence Ross. Markelle Fultz out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Bamba, and it's Birch in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the 2nd quarter for the Magic.
A chance now to see the numbers for Olynyk, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's putting up 9 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The pass to Iguodala. The kick out to Dragic. Here's Silva. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Orlando Magic. The Heat beat them last time when these 2 teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one. It's his 2nd foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Ennis, he's checked in for Markelle Fultz. Now here's Ross. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago. Carter Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Olynyk. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the 2nd quarter. Here's Carter Williams. Pass to Ross. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. Miami trailer. And here's Dragic. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Over to the left wing. Carter Williams, the pass to Birch. Carter Williams against Iguodala. Iguodala with the steal. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots. Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation. Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Ennis kicks to Bamba. That shot no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. And the foul on Khem Birch. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Khem Birch. Aaron Gordon comes in for Ennis. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. And Miami with a change here too. Robinson's checked in for Olynyk. Now here's Leonard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. It's Dragic with the drive. Vucevic with the block. From the arc. No good from Dragic. Magic have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
Markelle Fultz has checked in for the Magic. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Robinson down low. Guarded by Augustine. 5 to shoot. Releases from 15, and he connects with the jumper. Heroes got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Back to Augustine. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Miami making a change here. Butler's checked in. Here's Hero. Hits it from 3-point range. And now a 5-point Miami lead.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And Orlando making a change here. Ross is checked in. Nunn passes to Butler. Takes a 3. Nunn can't get it to fall. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Pass to Hero. Here's Nunn. To the middle. Here's Butler. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Butler's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And when he gets inside, Butler's not going to be denied. Tremendous focus down low. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Their field goal percentage was a... Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. Jones kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Nunn, that's good. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Adebayo passes to Robinson. Butler feeling it out a bit. Lays it up off the glass. And now a 7-point Heat lead.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And the basket by Gordon.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
The Heat leading by 5. Butler on the wing. Over to the wing. Robinson kicks to Butler. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Heat shooting their first foul shot of the night. And the technical free throw is good. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Ross, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
The Heat making a switch here. Here's Silva. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 8 points for him.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Fultz, he's checked in for James Ennis. Carter-Williams against Dragic. Down low, Olynyk makes it off the glass. And the Heat lead by 8. And for Iguodala, Brent staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Stolen by Bamba. Passes it to Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Andre Iguodala.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Vucevic checked in for Bamba. And both free throws good for Gordon. Miami leading by 6. The pass to Iguodala. Back to Dragic. Pass to Hero. On the wing, Iguodala. Miami needs to get a shot off. Dragic with a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Dragic has got the lead up to 9 now for Miami. Fultz kicks to Gordon. 1:03 left to play in the third. Here's Vucevic and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Vucevic has got 6.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points. Now
Dragic, pass to Hero. Back to Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Hero, no good. The Magic trail by 7. For 3, Ross. Goran Dragic grabs the board. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. The Magic have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Ross on the wing. Passes it to Birch. He kicks to Gordon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gordon's got 21 in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And we've reached the end of the third. Heat lead by 5. 2. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ross in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Vucevic. The 3. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
And the Magic making a change here. Ennis is checked in. Jones checked in for Miami. There's the pass to Butler. Here's Nunn. Kicks to Robinson. Shot on the wing. Rebound by the Magic. Right side Fournier. Here's Gordon. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The Heat leading by 8. Outside Robinson. He dishes it to Butler. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over a minute played here in the fourth.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Outside Butler. Nunn passes to Butler. Outside Robinson. Back to Butler. Clock at 6. Pass to Nunn. Lets it go from the wing. It's good. And now a 12-point Heat lead.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Will it go? Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Heat leading by 12. Outside Robinson. Outside Butler. Pass to Robinson. Here's Nunn. Guarded by Augustine. Nunn passes to Jones.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster and a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
Augustine from outside, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from a strike. The Magic trail by 16. Ennis dishes to Augustine. Vucevic down low. Adebayo on him. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. Hey, Brent, for Derek Jones, he saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore, and I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit, and that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
Outside Robinson. Jones kicks to Robinson. Jones against Gordon. Jones the pass to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
That one is off. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Schedule, yes. And Miami making a change here. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Adebayo. Jay Crowder comes in for Jones. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Butler. And Hero subbed in for Robinson.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face. Hey,
Dragic looking it over. Passes to Crowder. Here's Hero. Releases from 15. A putback, and Leonard stays with it.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Outside Dragic. Outside Hill. Free throw drops for Hill.
Now, Hill's smart about taking quality shots. He can play either forward position. It's a nice bit of versatility for a coaching staff.
The pass to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
hang time. Who been the plug in the power? Ayy, came with a charge in my alley. Ooh, charge it again like it's credit. Your team crowd need an edit. Yeah, I see face and credit. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a play to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up. I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post up when it's OT.
The Magic on their way to the locker room earlier tonight. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Orlando, they're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Bulls, a few slots below them.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
We all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the 3. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position.
Oh, and the potential Carter Jr. has is enticing. A multi-talented big who plays with the real competitive fire.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in the group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion that teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Porter finds Carter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. White. They grab their own miss. For 3, Levine. A new 14 for the Bulls. To stop the run, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here they go. Augustine dishes to Bamba. Here's Ennis. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
For Chicago, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Now, here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. White, wide open. He fires. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. White's got 5.
Oh, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Their hot start keeps getting hotter. 5 for 5 now to keep things going.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
Now, here's Fournier, following the miss by Mohamed Bamba. Just 4 to shoot. And it's sent back by Carter.
Wendell Carter Jr., 6'11", able to use his great length to get the block right there.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Burge is checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. Fultz, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Now, here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. 4th, the Bulls.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 1:52 left to play in the first. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
To the left side wing. Lots of room. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic. 9-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
So fast on defense, too. Folks, high activity. That's what enables him to come away with steals.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's Hutchison. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so Orlando, again, turning it over.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
Some changes for Chicago. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Satoransky. Now, here's Dunn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Another three for Chicago.
Certainly a work in progress from there, but Dunn really needs to become a knockdown threat from downtown.
Passes it to Birch. Over Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. In transition, here come the Bulls. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. "19 seconds left in the first. And here is Carter Williams. 20 points for him last game against Chicago. Over in the corner, Fultz. And that time, also a missed shot. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Magic lead by 6. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latinas specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Young is out there with Valentine. Then there's Dunn, and it's Cornette in at the center position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
Love the mentality of Dunn, looking to score as often as he can from the painted area.
Carter Williams, the pass to Ross. Offensive rebound.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass from the tip-in.
Bulls trail by 6. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bamba is checked in for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for Carter Williams. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Dunn. Valentine passes to Cornette. Back to Valentine. Pulls up. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Chris, you were a tremendous passer. One of my favorites. Are there more playmaking bigs in the NBA now than back in the day?
That's a good question. I don't know if there are more, but I tell you what, there are some exciting ones. And if you guys don't believe me, just turn on the TV and go watch the Nuggets play. There's a man called the Joker, Jokic. Oh, my goodness, can he pass that ball? He and Horford right now, oh, man, two of my favorite passes in the game.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That's his first foul. So for the Magic, Ennis, he's checked in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Then for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Lean comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Satoransky subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Now here is Augustine. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go. It's good on the putback. And it's a 10-point Magic lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Carter kicks to Levine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Levine's got his first basket.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Vucevic finds Augustine. Orlando moving the ball around. And here's Vucevic. Light covering, stolen by Markkanen. Outside, White. Augustine with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Ennis has got the ball. That's tipped, and they'll keep possession. And slam dunk by Vucevic. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Trailing by 10. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
Now, here's Bamba. 8 points for him. Can't get it to fall.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And not many checks in the NBA, but C-Web, Tomas Satoransky leading the way on that front.
Yeah. Best player from a country that is having a golden age for their national team. Satoransky, I mean, he said that he's very proud to represent the Czechs in the NBA. He's doing a great job at it.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And at almost 7 feet tall, Bamba is hard to cover. He's adept at getting these calls inside.
The Magic making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen, and Porter subbed in for White. Now here's Levine, and the layup's good off the glass. Levine's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Like the vision from Porter, not just looking for his own shot, constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Bamba with it. He's got 12. Vucevic trying to get open. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 14 points for the game. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Levine, stolen by Gordon. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Hutchison with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And so that brings the first half to a...
Thanks, Nick. Are you guys...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Mohamed Bamba led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds. That's all for now.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And, guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3. Here's Carter. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Fournier. Orlando leading by 12. For 3, Gordon gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gordon's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Magic. Gordon's gone 2 of 2 from three-point land tonight. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
An absolute wrecking ball on the drive. I mean, Levine is all about dunking it with authority.
Here's Augustine. It's tipped, and it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Terrence Ross is checked in for Orlando. White looking around. Pass to Carter. From 17 feet out, it's good. Carter's got 6.
Love seeing the mid-range still used. Carter Jr. is more of a low post guy, but knocking down Jays will help his game.
To the paint, Vucevic. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. Orlando making some changes. Ken Birch is checked in for Vucevic. Fultz comes in for Ennis. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. And Young with the stuff.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right. Birch the pass to Ross. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Magic lead by 15.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And yes, it's good. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. The shot's good.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Bulls trail by 15. Here's Dunn. Now the pass to Young. Count it. Good. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Gordon over Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it with double checking, and the game continues on.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic. Gordon against Young. Now done. Shot clock at 6. Back to Markkanen. Here's Satoransky. And a miss there on the triple.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Satoransky. Here's Markkanen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Vucevic. From outside the arc. Now here's Fultz. Dunn covering. Here's Vucevic. Wide open shot is on the money. Vucevic has got 9. We've got 22 seconds left in the 3rd. From beyond the arc. Dunn misses. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Bulls. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And so it's the Orlando Magic. 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's White. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4. Feeds to Gordon. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Magic lead by 13.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside, Levine. All sorts of time. Good on the jump shot.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
The try by Vucevic. No good. Good work defensively by Carter. Porter kicks to Carter. Deflects the pass. Hutchison passes to Porter. Levine inside the 3-point line. And it's off the back rim. No good. Orlando leading by 11. Fournier dishes to Ennis. Off target from outside. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Levine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. For 3, Fournier. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
It's Fournier on the wing. Another miss by Orlando.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
White. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's foul number 2 for him. Markkanen, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Fournier's shot is off.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
And it's White missing.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Fournier's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
White finds Levine. Here's Markkanen. Kick out to Levine. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Kept alive. Here's Markkanen. Here's Carter. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Terrence Ross is checked in for Fournier. Here's Levine. Shoots. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Ross. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
That one drops for him. 6 points for Lauri Markkanen.
This is why they go to Markkanen here, because he welcomes the chance to take big-time shots.
Ennis kicks to Vucevic, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
And Levine, here we go. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Staying under control in key moments. I mean, the way Levine handles these important possessions are so impressive.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Basket counts.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalizing the clutch.
Chocolate 2 there. Gordon's got it all tied up now for Orlando. That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
Showing real leadership in the clutch. It's huge whenever Markkanen comes through in critical spots.
Vucevic against Carter. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Off the inbound. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Ross. Here's the 3. Carter pulls it in.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Right the pass to Markkanen. Here's Carter. Shoots over Vucevic. It's in!
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
Pass to Gordon. And Vucevic kicks to Ross. It drops. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Now here's Levine. And then canned down as he goes right over Nikola Vucevic.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups. And he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Levine. Here's Carter. The kick out to Porter. Levine dishes to Carter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic.
Oh, the physicality Carter Jr. plays with, it's impressive. It's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
Orlando trailing here. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Good work defensively by Carter. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Levine can't hit. Here's Ross. And good that time. Ross has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Wasted no time on that one. That's 10 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Getting better at realizing when to penetrate. Give Markkanen the lane, and he's happy to take it.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And Orlando making a change here. Fournier is checked in. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. On the pass to Augustine. Back to Vucevic. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. That shot is off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Levine, here we go. Markkanen. The shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Ennis kicks to Gordon. To take the lead. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Count it!
And shots like this one, it gets Levine going. I mean, he loves showing off that big boy muscle on these contact finishes.
It falls! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Good!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Orlando with the ball. Missed.
That's his 5th personal foul. At the line, shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he makes both from the line.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
He's a versatile player who can come play either guard position. I mean, Levine continues to impress as the years go on.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about
a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They had to scrape it.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV.
The skyline of Orlando is seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast. And with tip.
Well, the
G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. 5 on the clock. Garland, the pass to Sexton. Here's Love. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
And it's Osman missing. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
Puts it up. Garland, no good.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
Ennis passes to Gordon. And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. Love heading to the hoop. Garland, no good.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
And stolen by Drummond. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Love's running. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Pass to Augustine. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Love kicks to Osman. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Osman's got his second bucket. Orlando leading by 3. And doors among NBA big men. Kevin Love with some of the best hands you'll find in the league.
No doubt, Kevin, and that's going to help in his shooting game, his passing game, and his rebounding game. This is one of the most skilled bigs we've seen in the history of the league.
There's 1:47 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's good, 2 points.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Well, Kevin Love just has a great feel for the game. He has a strong understanding of their offense, and he's a very willing passer. That's why you see what you see there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Magic shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kim Birch comes in for Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier. Nice shot by Thompson.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
And the shot goes in.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Porter finds Sexton. Shot from free throw range. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Well, Colin Sexton working this shot into his basketball game. Such a critical aspect for him to have.
Here's Bamba. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Fultz. Passes it to Windler. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Windler. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up. And there's the pass to Porter. Here's Thompson. Bamba with the block.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
9 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
You can see how long Thompson's arms are when he goes up to finish that alley-oop.
Here's Birch. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. The scoring fast and furious as we... And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot. Fultz. Doris, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Here's Windler, guarded by Fultz. Thompson, and there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got 8.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Ross, and that one drops.
Well, this guy's going to find his way to get the ball in the bucket. Contact or not, Terrence Ross can flat score the basketball.
Kicks it to Sexton. Shoots over Carter Williams. The shot by Sexton, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And the basket is good. Fultz has got the lead up to 7 now for the Magic.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered closely. The shot's good from Nance.
How about the confidence in the catch and shoot of Mr. Larry Nance Jr.? Okay, we see you.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Porter finds Sexton. Three-pointer. Tries it again. Here's Windler, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
It always helps to have a big who is willing to find open teammates. Larry Nance proving how unselfish he can be.
And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton Public described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Gordon comes in for Terrence Ross. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Feeds to Bamba. That one doesn't drop, and Cleveland will come the other way. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game number 3. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Bamba.
Well, Mo Bamba, no doubt.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland, trailing by 5. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Drummond. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Poked away. Drummond dishes to Garland. Back to Drummond. Cleveland moving it around. Porter looking it over. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. James Ennis will check in for Michael Carter Williams. The Magic shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The wide open look here for Garland. From outside off the mark.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Here's Bamba. Good on the triple. Bamba's got 16.
We know one of the best attributes of Mo Bamba is his extraordinary length. Boy, it is a handful for defenders to deal with.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Eat. Mohamed Bamba led the way in the first half. He had 16 points and 1 steal. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Orlando, Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in its small forward.
They are just killing them on the interior. And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
And the Magic can hold on to the ball.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's Garland. No good with the triple. Magic leading by 9. Gordon, the pass to Augustine for the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Here's Osman. Dishes it to Sexton. 90 seconds now into the second half. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
And stolen by Love. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
It's Drummond with the drive. Pass to Love. Over Ennis, and that one is good. Now just a 2-point Magic lead.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
And Mr. Reliable, Kevin Love, is a nightly double-double in this league.
That's right, Kevin, and it's because he reads the ball incredibly well. He knows where it's coming off the rim. And then on the offensive end, such a versatile scoring threat, right? He can get his points inside, he can go outside, you name it, Kevin Love's got it.
Now here's Vucevic, defended by Sexton. The drive by Vucevic. 2 points, that one goes. Vucevic has got his second basket of the night.
Capable of finishing off the drive. I love how determined Nikola Vucevic looks when he puts the ball on the deck.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. And Orlando making a change here. Ross is checked in. Right side, Gordon. A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. Lays it up off the glass. Gordon's got 4 this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 6. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Magic, Ken Burch is checked in for Ennis, and Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And then for Cleveland, Thompson comes in for Drummond, and Porter subbed in for Colin Sexton. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Nance outside. 1:19 left in the third quarter. 13 feet away. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Inside, Porter with the steal. There's Garland. Finished off the break. Now just a 2-point Magic lead.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
To the inside. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. Porter dishes to Thompson. Now here's Garland. He's guarded by Ross. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. They've led by as many as 11 points. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the night. The first one falls. And it's tied up with that one. Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Ross, banked in off the glass.
Well, what an excellent finish by Terrence Ross. The defense giving him a very hard time, but he was determined.
To the wing right side. Here's Windler. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Orlando out in front, up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nance and Johnson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. They get the rebound. Thompson passes to Nance. There's Garland. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Garland's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Knocks it loose. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Oh, Porter in position and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Love checked in for the Cavaliers. Fultz dishes to Vucevic. The feed to Gordon. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Porter in the corner. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Porter's got the lead up to 2 now for Cleveland. Fultz kicks to Ross. Lets it go with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Porter. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Yes, and the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
For the Magic, James Ennis comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. A switch here also for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, anytime someone can knock down mid-range Jays, it opens up the floor. Nikola Vucevic doing just that.
Now, here's Garland. Defense is right there. Porter in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
Now, here's Garland. Out left of the wing. Drummond finds Porter. It's off from three-point range. Orlando trailing here. Bounce pass, Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Porter with it. Now guarded by Ennis. Passes it to Garland. Augustine with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Ross is running, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon wanting the ball with the game in the balance in crucial moments. How big time is he?
Now, here's Garland. Hit by Augustine. To the middle. Here's Drummond. The kick out to Porter. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball. Porter's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
1:19 left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Garland. Defense right on him. Right wing. Here's Windler. Tips it up, and there's Thompson putting it right back in. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball. Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From past the arc, trifecta.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Ross against Thompson. He feeds it to Drummond. From 10 feet out, it's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Now here's Ross. Not a lot of room. Back to Vucevic. Launches a three. Buries the triple. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Vucevic so confident in himself, and his teammates come along with him.
Garland, the pass to Drummond. Got it!
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 3 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And the last shot is going to be reviewed. Ruled originally a basket. We'll see if it gets. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point.
There's a certain rhythm and pace to the way Kevin Love plays the game. He knows when to spot up off the pass.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Now, here's Garland. Headed by Augustine. Garland, no good. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. So they take the lead. And the Magic lead by 1.
The tested veteran coming through in a big-time moment. Evan Fournier, go ahead, sir.
Garland dishes to Love. Pass to Osman. Back to Sexton. Lets the three fly. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, Sexton might be young, but he is unafraid and unabashed. What a play.
Outside Fournier. He kicks to Ennis. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Now Sexton. In the corner, Drummond with it. Osman, the pass to Drummond. Stolen by Gordon. And now Orlando on the plate. Here's Ennis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, the seasoned pro, no letting the defense impede his progress in a clutch moment. Nice. Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 so far in their three-point attempts in overtime. Garland with it. It's up a three. It counts. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Gordon, and it's sent back by Drummond. Osman kicks to Garland. Cleveland moving it around. Jacks up a three. And it's Osman missing. The pass to Gordon. Ennis in the corner. Three-pointer Augustine gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they do have a foul to give. And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a three if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Sexton, the pass to Garland. Back to Sexton. Shoots the three. Count it! A tremendous three to tie it up.
Oh, what a delivery by the young Colin Sexton. Fearless and unbowed.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Stolen away. Nice job doing it up the alley-oop attempt there. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. 2K. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. And Orlando has possession. Fournier, that's for 2. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. Pass to Fultz. The dish to Gordon. Comes up empty down low.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
The open look here for Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Markel Fultz under duress. Big-time shot.
Osman kicks to Sexton. Love at the elbow. Back to Sexton. And another miss by Cleveland. Orlando leading. Passes to Vucevic. A three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. A slam dunk by Garland.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Pass to Gordon. Pass to Fultz. Lock at 6. Here's Vucevic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Love.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz.
But those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Now Gordon. Stolen by Garland. Here's Sexton. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, an easy basket made possible because the assist was crisp and it was perfectly placed.
Augustine, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you simply have to stay down on the shot fake. Augustine has you beat once you're in the air.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws good from Augustine. And here is Garland. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Kicks it to Love. It's good!
How does Kevin Love slip away from the defense, comes up with a gigantic fourth-quarter score?
Here's Augustine. No good. Drummond passes to Osman, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. A double over. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for great.